handgun. This is defending against somebody with a handgun. Obviously, the one difference between basic Krav Maga schools, what they're doing, and what we're training is if you have your own weapon, you would be defending and then deploying your weapon. So we may do some of that. I just don't want him to have to wear his weapon this whole time. But yeah, we're gonna go through the basic stuff. But obviously, actually, let me just do one quick. I'll do a quick. Let's pretend this is my weapon. Okay, I got a knife. Okay, so let's pretend this is a gun. Actually, pretend this is a gun, even if it's a knife. He points a gun at me. Okay, and I'm in this range here. Okay, I am too close to drop back and pull my weapon. Okay, we're pretending this is a gun. Remember. I'm too close to do this, all right? So, and not only that, he's pulling the trigger at the time I'm doing this. So I have to deal with his weapon first. I'm close enough to be able to touch the weapon. That's a big piece, okay? If you're not close enough, if I'm, 8 feet away from him, then yeah, boom, this is what I'm doing. I'm hoping I can draw, cock, and shoot real quick, and everything's loaded and everything's prepped, and that's where the practice comes into play that we were doing yesterday and the day before. So. And just ongoing from this point on. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I shoot. Well, when's the last time you shot? 4 years ago? Well, good luck. Good luck if somebody attacks you. So, anyways, so we're going to just talk about gun. We're going to deal with gun first. Then we're going to go through all the knife stuff. Then we'll go through the club stuff. And then we'll start going from there. We'll start to get more complex. We also didn't talk about any of the blocks yet of Krav Maga. We'll deal with that too. So we're going to cover a lot of curriculum very fast. First one, gun to the chest, head area. So he's pointing a gun at me. This could be one hand or two hands. Let's just for now do one hand. All right. Most important thing is getting out of the line of fire. All right. So I have to get out of the line of fire first because as soon as I do something, I'm getting shot. Okay. He's pulling the trigger. We're assuming this is a real weapon. So that's the first move. Okay. What I'm also not going to do is this. This keeps me in the line of fire. See, this whole arm is in the line of fire. Also, this could be that's your first reaction. Boom, he pulled the trigger. So my first reaction, he's like, put your hands up. That's my hands going up. Boom, I'm gonna affect him. Hit him. I'm gonna reach down here, hands here, peel the weapon away, drop back, and tap. Let's do it this way now. All right, so he points the gun at me. My first move is 1, 2, grab, peel, reactionary distance, okay? So in this, because we're filming, I'm not going to be able to get far enough away that I want you to do, but let me just emphasize that if you can get 6 to 10 feet away, that's better than getting 2 to 3 feet away, okay? So, because what's he going to try to do? He's trying to grab your weapon. If all you have is the bad guy's weapon, you've not played with it, you've not tested this, so you can't rely on this gun. It might not be real. If it's real, you don't know what it is. So you want that reactionary distance, gives you the ability to figure this out real quick on the fly under stress. So, one more time. All right, look at it. I can reach up and touch it, okay? What's happening is my hand is coming up underneath right here. This part of my hand is coming up under the trigger guard. I'm wrapping my hand around, driving forward with a punch, peeling. What's happening when I peel, my one hand's here, the other hand peels here. You make sure that the line of fire does not pull back into you. All right, so from here, I peel, see how my whole body's turning? I take a couple steps back, I point the weapon at the bad guy. All right, I'm gonna have you do it once and then we'll go to the next one. You practice. Go ahead. You have questions too. We can interact about that too. Go ahead.
No, like before when you tack, okay. So you're just getting out of the way.
Boom. Yeah.
And you come in. There we go.
Yep.
Right there.
It's all right.
So it's here. Never do this.
Yep.
Never do this.
Right.
So it's just you're walking. Boom.
Go, Mavitt. Boom. Yes. Yep. Excellent.
And you don't know if it works. You don't know if it's a BB gun. Usually, just put it under, grab yours out.
Absolutely. Do it this way so they can see what you just did. So what? No, okay, yeah. We'll do exactly the same thing.
Oh, oh, oh.
Once he has the weapon,
if you don't know if it works, if it's a BB gun, it might not work. It might not even have a barrel. Just put it under. You know yours work. Pull it out.
Exactly. All right, good. Let's do the next one. Let's just talk real quick about two hands, because two hands is a little bit more of a problem. It's almost the exact same thing, but you need to drive with your body because I'll show you. So he points with two hands. He's got much better, obviously something that he's holding with two hands is a lot better grip. So I'm going to do the same thing. Same move as before, right? So one, but now when I drive, I'm going to grab two hands too, because he's got two hands, I need two hands, okay? So 1, 2. I'm going to drive with my shoulder. Peel is the same way. And back. So it's pretty much the exact same thing. You're just
using your shoulder.
You're getting two hands because if you just got one hand on the gun, he could just go whoop. You know what I mean? And he's back. You lost control very quick.
He already knows what you're attempting to do, so he ain't going to wait for you.
That's right. All right, so try it out. Oh, two hands. Sorry.
So it's the same.
Oh, also one thing real quick. When you're holding the gun, you don't want to keep, even though this is good firearm practice where you keep your finger like this on the trigger guard, or you don't keep it on the trigger guard, you keep it up here. Alright, we're going to hold it like this because once you start peeling, you get a broken finger otherwise.
Don't do it. It hurts.
Alright, ready? So two hands.
So it doesn't matter which way.
Nope, doesn't matter.
Because when you see it, I mean, you can be walking like normal.
Yep.
It'll be this one.
Yep.
So if you, by surprise, it can either be this one also.
Yep.
So the difference between the single and the double arm is that you're using your shoulder more.
You're basically, instead of going for the strike, you're trying to get the second hand up there as fast as possible because you know he's about to do this. Step back.
Right. He's going to come over.
And it's going to be one hand. So you even can do it this way. Hold it real quick. You can even do this. Okay, where your two hands are coming here. But the trick about that is, I don't want you doing this and not moving out of the way.
Right.
So this is here, and then this is immediately follow up here. Instead of doing this,
okay,
you're grabbing here. Okay, just a little bit of a modification. If you forget that with two hands and you do the same thing as for one hand, it's probably still going to work. So I'm not going to try to tell you that's not going to work, but it's just something if you have the option to, you want to try to do that. Go ahead. So two hands.
So basically, you're just getting out the way.
Yep.
But then you're leaning.
Yep, boom, yep.
And then you're coming up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. All right, next one. We'll keep doing this. Just switch the side, try to give you multiple camera angles. The next one is close. If the gun is close to you, where we were talking about touching, this is a problem, especially if you live where I live, in the northeast. You're living in a cold weather environment, so what's going to happen is you might have layers of clothing. You may have, your hands are cold because you're outside, okay, in the wintertime, there's all these potential problems. So what we need to do now is touching you, okay? So go ahead, the gun's touching you. Now keep in mind, I didn't say this before, but this is here, this all is the same. It's relatively the same, okay? It's in here, okay?
You would have short.
Yep, so he's touching you, when he's touching you, to try to do this might be tricky. Because you might not be able to reach it. You got layers of clothes, it might be tricky. This might be a small gun. This is a full-size handgun. It might be a tiny little snub-nose thing, and it's going to be tricky to get your hand in there. So what you're going to do, okay, is you're going to pass the gun. So you're not grabbing at this point. You're passing and wrapping, okay? So it's going to go like this, and then wrap. Now what you have, once you pass, you're sliding up the arm here, two arms, right? Boom. From here, I'm striking. And now here, taking the gun away, dropping back reactionary distance, okay? It's touching you, all right? It's close, okay? So I might not be able to get this or this, so I'm going to just push, okay? Push. It doesn't matter which way I go. Push, and now I'm getting this hand up underneath, 360 degrees of control. I like to hit him in the eye because this way it gets him away from me. Now I'm going to go for the gun takeaway, okay? How I'm doing that, okay? Let's show you right here on this camera. All right? I'm here. All these takeaways are very similar. Your thumb is down, okay? It's like thumbs down. I hate guns pointed at me, right? You're going to grab this way, and you're going to peel, take the gun off, and hit. Now here's the thing. If I have this way, like a handshake, when I peel, it pulls back towards me. So
face.
yeah, that's why I want it this way. Take, boom, and move back. All right. So next, let's talk about gun high to like head. I told you that the other one will work. Okay.
You want single or double?
What? Just stay single for the next. Doesn't really matter. All right. So this, first of all, this can work. Oh.
It worked.
the pass and grab, the pass and wrap I call it, still works. All right. So what you're doing is you're pushing the gun, passing your body. This other hand's coming up.
So you're moving in.
And driving it. And that's the same. So that works. There's another one that I like too, that I learned a long time ago, which is, let's say you have somebody who's your friend or your family member on this side of you or this side of you, or I have a whole big family. I got people all around me, or there's civilians around you. You might not want to go push the gun one way or the other, okay? So you have no choice but to go up, okay? With the head, it's an option. If it's here, you don't really want to be doing this, because look at it, this is all this, okay? But it's up here, so now I can actually drive and take away. All right? So what's happening is my hands are grabbing like this, all right, here, and taking away. And now again, tap, rack, point the weapon at the bad guy, etc., etc. All right, do it from this side. So it's like a circle. So once I get the gun, I'm turning up. It's like going like if you're in a circle. So
like you're rolling.
Yep. So you're here and here. All right. If, let's say hypothetically, you get this gun away, the guy is still charging at you. He's crazy, okay? Or maybe he's pulled a second weapon and still coming at you. You pull the trigger, it doesn't work, or you're scared to pull the trigger, or you don't feel like you never thought about the possibility of pulling a trigger on somebody. So probably chances are you won't do it in a real situation. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there. For whatever reason, that's not the option. If he's moving at you, you can also do this. Come at me. Bang, bang, bang. What I'm doing, I'm hitting them with the barrel of the gun. Boom. Always with the barrel. The same with the rifle is the same with the handgun. You never hit somebody with the butt with a handgun this way. That could ruin your weapon. Now you can with a rifle. That means if you're on the other side of the rifle, you can butt stroke somebody. But with a handgun, hit them with the barrel. Right. So this is another reason why with the rifle, when we talked about, here, hold this real quick. We talked about this yesterday at the range. With the rifle situation, we want to put it back, we want to put it back on safe. Because this is the safety switch. So in a rifle, we talk about butt stroking. We will talk about rifle fighting techniques at a later point. If you jam somebody with the edge, this could send a round. So that's the other reason why we're talking about urban tactics. We want to make sure that we have unless we're shooting, the weapon goes back on safe. And that's something, again, you can practice without rounds in the chamber. All right? So sit there. All right. So, gun to the head. Why don't you practice that? So let me show you one more time. All right? Gun to the head. I'm dropping my base down. I'm doing multiple things. You want to move multiple directions at the same time. As I push up, my feet are going down. Okay? So, here. Another way to do it that I've seen another Krav instructor do it that I really like, Moshe Katz does it this way, is this way where you blade at the same time you're dropping. That's fine too, because you want to drive at that point. Alright? Yeah, so it doesn't matter, but basically you want to drop your base at the same time you push this straight up in the air. So you're here, boom, alright, and retreating. Alright? Now gun low. Gun low, this is another problem. Okay? The gun is pointing at your stomach area. Why would this happen? Okay? Most of the time, people are pointing it in your face. All right? Why does sometimes it happen in your stomach? Because
go ahead. Being sneaky.
Yeah, they're being sneaky. Maybe there's people
they're trying
around.
to take you hostage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, low key.
This is a very low key way of taking somebody into a vehicle. If you're talking about an abduction situation, right? The gun is not visible. So that's something you got to train for. If your system doesn't have these other options in it. So, anyways, gun low. Here, actually stand right here. All right, gun low. the problem is this move that we did for the medium range here becomes a little bit more difficult. It's just because I have to put my hand in a weird configuration. So anytime that comes below your chest level, the hand goes down. That's the way it defends down. This is the way it defends up. Okay, just because that's the natural way of the hand. Okay, so gun low would be here. All right, or I go this way. Boom, here. From this position here, my secondary hand is going to come into play. This is a very weak grip. All right, this is a very weak grip. But from here, secondary hand comes. Now I have two hands like this. Broken finger, hit, reactionary distance. All right, go through right here. Face me this way.